don't know what it actually is when people do this, but it's a thing that says kissing booth. Who's biting the wood blocks? That should be pretty simple. I think we just, why is it doing that? What are your thoughts, Bougie? So Zoe, for this Galentine's party, I've decided that I want it to be more of like a classy, fancy cocktail dinner party vibes. Like an excuse to get dressed up is sort of the main idea. Cause I've already, like last year we did the comfy cozy vibes, like super chill, casual. We had chicken and waffles. Everyone was just like in their hoodies and pajamas basically.
Yeah.
So this time I kind of want to do it opposite. And I've never done like a formal sit down dinner party at all either. And I've been really wanting to do one of those. Obviously it's Galentine's, which means color scheme is like, you know, classic pinks and reds and stuff like that, but I don't want to do it like so over the top bubblegum pink girly childish. To kind of go with the fancy vibes, I want it to be more like deep reds, muted pinks, the decor to be just like a little bit more upscale, luxurious, classy.
It's not like Party City, it's like a proper sit down girls' night dinner.
Like date night vibes, but it's like a date night with your girls. So if the outfits are fancy and dressed up and we're in our dresses and heels, I want the decor to match that. And as far as it being a dinner party, I think the main thing is the food. I'm not gonna cook the food. I'm not equipped to cook the food.
Is Chef Tony gonna make the food?
She could, but I think to make it more special, we could do a private chef.
Ooh.
And actually have a chef come in and do like a nice fancy gourmet dinner. I had a private chef for my birthday. It was just me and 2 friends here at the house. And that was really nice.
So what kind of activities do you think you want to plan for the dinner? Or is it just eating food?
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds boring. So definitely not just eating food. I saw actually a cute idea on Pinterest for a DIY lip gloss station activity. I know there's like a bunch of recipes online for different like natural lip balms and custom color your own lip gloss or like lip scrubs, a lot of lip products that you can make yourself. And somebody had at their party, they had a sign that said lip bar. They had all the little ingredients set out, and that was like a little, you know, activity to do during the party. And then I've also seen, I don't know what it actually is when people do this, but it's a thing that says kissing booth. I don't know if they're really having an actual kissing booth at their party or what that normally refers to. I've seen it at like weddings and stuff, but I think it's just a cute play on words to like name it kissing booth.
Yeah.
But what it really is you're making a lip product, because it just sort of like goes with the Galentine's theme. So that's an idea of like a little something to do so that it's not just a dinner, not just let's sit down and eat. Also, if we do, because when I had the private chef before, he was very like interactive. Like he was making the food live in front of us and sort of like teaching us about the food and giving us like cooking tips and stuff along the way. And I think it would be cool if we like lean into that. If we can find a chef, like I don't want to do like a full-blown cooking class.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
But like an interactive demonstration. Like it's not they're just off in a corner cooking. It's like when you're at Waffle House and you can see the people cooking behind the counter.
Or like hibachi.
Hibachi, yeah.
Kind of hibachi vibes, but like, and you know how they like let you
and they like throw stuff in your mouth, right?
Yeah, like that, but like classy.
Like it's a performance, it's entertainment, it's not just food.
So getting a chef who's like got a, you know, a personality chef.
Yeah.
We're already gonna be all in the kitchen.
Right.
It's kind of awkward if they're just like cooking quietly while we're like, you know?
It's like they're the help.
So I kind of want to make it a thing. Now, I've definitely thrown a lot of parties over the last few years with different themes, different vibes, but I've actually never done a formal sit-down dinner party for a group of people like this at all. So I'm pretty excited to experiment with this new format of hosting. So as far as the setup, I don't care to have like the whole house decorated or anything like that. Just keeping it contained to the living room and kitchen area, basically kind of how we did last year. I know last year we set it up all cozy in here with like pillows, bean bags. We had a big charcuterie board. on the coffee table. We did balloons on the windows.
The balloons that kept falling down.
But it wasn't, yeah. The balloons kept falling down. The charcuterie board was cute.
That was way too much food, I remember.
That's true. And then just the vibes. It's not the vibes of this year's theme. This year's theme is classy, fancy cocktail. So how do you set up a couch for classy, fancy cocktail party? That's what I'm not sure
Put
about.
a bow on it. It seems like most of our party, all of our activities we have planned, except for the kissing booth, which will just be right here, are gonna happen in the kitchen dining room. So I think if this is relatively abandoned, it won't be that big of a deal. We'll just, in our photos and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I guess we can kind of just say the party is happening in the kitchen. The end.
It's a
Don't
dinner
look over
party.
here.
What else do you want?
That's true. It is a dinner party. So in that case, kitchen is obviously the main area. The chef is gonna be doing their chef thing all throughout here. I'm gonna have to just be okay with it being a little messy.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be cooking, there's gonna be a lot going on. It is what it is, but we can like utilize the front part of the island for like having like cute appetizers and the cute part of the food set up.
Is that
there.
something you want to do? You want to do?
Make the cute food?
Make any like sweet treats, a cake, cocktails.
Yes, I want those things. I guess we do need to figure out like what is the chef making? Is the chef just doing like the entree, and then we got to think about appetizers, entree, sweet treats, cocktails.
Okay, so let me go talk to some different private chefs in the area, see if your mom knows anyone, kind of get some menus, and then we can go from there.
I do think that we could do some little sweet treats ourselves, some little chocolate covered strawberries, easy stuff like that.
You remember how I broke the chocolate fountain last year and that was supposed to be easy?
But that was last year. Since then, we've had so much growth.
We have.
We could do some easy sweet treats ourselves. For like a whole cake, I would outsource that, sugar shaker.
Talk to Sugar Shaker.
And then the chef would do like the entree and the appetizers. And then we would do the cocktails. I'm not gonna do like a bartender.
No, that would be too much for...
Yeah.
How many people?
This is gonna be like 8 people maximum, including me.
Do you legitimately have room at your dining table?
Yeah, because this table can actually seat, it currently seats 6, as you can see, but I have the little extender leaf things, and then it seats probably 8 comfortably. And then the good news is my mom actually has these same exact chairs, so we could steal some chairs from my mom's house, and that way it would all be like matching and nice.
Perfect. I was gonna ask about that.
So that's what I'm saying, like 8 people maximum would be ideal for my table. Like, of course, my home is large. I could have people sitting and eating over there, but it sort of ruins
It's a dinner party. That would be inconsiderate.
Yeah, it's like, we're gonna all sit over here and then y'all can sit over there and talk to yourselves, so.
What do you think about in terms of like table setting, placemats, name cards, any of that stuff?
Whole 9. I want it very fancily set.
Okay.
Formal table setting, all the, placemats, linen napkins, nice glasses, candles, flowers, menus, name cards. I want to do it like really fancy. And then for the kissing booth, I'm basically thinking it's the same setup that we did for the gift shop at the Christmas party, just redone. I know that people tend to be skeptical about all these props that I make and extra decor that I buy for holidays and parties and everything, but I'm always thinking of ways that I can continue to reuse these things. When we were in the process of building this shelf for the gift shop for the Christmas party, I was already thinking about how I was gonna use it for Galentine's Day, and also how I'm probably gonna use it for Ziya's birthday party, and probably a lot more events to come. So using our little wooden thing that we made, we can repaint it, make a new sign for it. That'll be like the shelves. And then we'll have like our little ingredients and cups and things all cutely set up. And then people can just like, this will be like a little station. That should be pretty simple. All we gotta do is get a new paint color and respray it and new Cricut stickers slapped on.
Assuming we don't have any issues with repainting it.
It might need to be, because it's a dark green, it might need to be like primed or something first, or multiple coats of paint, but I have faith that it'll be a simple, quick repaint. We just need to grab some paint from Home Depot. Just grab some paint from Home Depot, put it in the paint sprayer, respray it real quick. Cute Birkin pillow, but not what we're here for. We are here for Cricut vinyl, cardstock paper, and other little things. Like I always do, I started by making a Pinterest board for this party with general inspo pics, and then Zoe helped me turn that into a deck, which is basically a Canva slideshow that's more stylized and specific to my ideas. It just really helps me visualize all the main aspects of any event or project that I'm putting together. So I came up with a few main sections of this Galentine's party that we're gonna need to shop for. And of course, y'all know I'm gonna be doing some DIYs too. So we have the kissing booth DIY lip gloss bar. We've got the main kitchen island counter space, which is where I'm gonna have all of the cocktails and sweets beautifully displayed. The dining table, where I wanna do a really fancy formal table setting, including this really cute candle centerpiece. And then this whole idea of hopefully having a private chef who is gonna do an interactive cooking demo, and I thought it would be really cute if I make custom aprons for everyone to wear for that part of the party. Dark red adhesive.
I think that's perfect.
This for the kissing booth sign. And then we need iron-on for the red aprons. Or I could do metallic. That looks way too shiny to be ironable. I accidentally wore my raggedy house slippers. I forgot to put real shoes on before we left, and my toes are like coming out.
Please.
Doing okay over there?
No. What do we want to look at first?
Candles are right here.
These are $2.29 a candle.
I'm just not sure how many of each color we should get, because they've got a lot. I want to do a mix of like every shade of pink and red. I don't want to get too many.
They've got these taller ones, and they've got these like metallic ones that might be nice to mix in.
I think I don't like that. I like that they're tall. I don't like the shade.
It's like cherry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
and then we can
10,
we're
12.
aiming for like 24-ish total,
okay.
I would say.
So let's grab a couple more.
Okay, so I have 4 of each of mine. Do you have 4 of each of yours?
Yeah.
4. How many is it?
4, 8, 12. Plus 4, 8, 12, that's 24.
Perfect. I just need the plain, yes, down here, like this, vibes.
This is for the
menus.
Cards. I like that red.
It's not the right, close enough. This is the weight that it has to be, I think, because some of these are too flimsy.
That's weird that they're different.
This is like not even, this is like
paper.
So some dark red paper for the menu, and then I want to do the light pink circle on it. Maybe this.
I like that. Because that's muted.
It's got a little texture to it. That's fine, I think. So for the ribbon, I definitely want to do like a nice thick velvet ribbon around the napkins like this, and then like a daintier satin ribbon on the glasses like this. Maybe this or this size. This size.
What's the difference?
Like half that size.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty big difference.
Oh, it's like hidden.
Yeah, it's just a charger. It's just a plate that holds the plates that you don't eat off of. And then I would do my white plates on it.
Yeah, no, I think that would be cute. If we get some more gold accents in there, it'll be cute. But if
we didn't get gold candles.
I'm gonna take some of
I like
the lighter ones because I feel like it's gonna look classier if it's a darker color scheme.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take.
Well, can you take out? They're already less lighter ones. I think we need to take out an equal number.
I don't think so. I think we should take out lighter ones.
Like it won't be enough to sprinkle it throughout. You know what I mean? Because it's already less. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then go get 4. Yeah, and they're a little bit taller, which I actually like. So we have 3 different heights, and then I'm getting 8 of these. Why is this called peppermint stick?
I don't know.
It's not. It looks so different when you take it out of the thing. Well, no, I was gonna say the playroom color. I think that's a little too.
It's similar though. Yeah, I think I like this one.
This is too warm. No. It's feeling like Berry Crush, Rose Melody. No. Berry Crush. Yep, Berry Crush.
I mean, we could get one of these, but it's just longer. Oh, but it's also, never mind.
Can we take this out though?
Here you go. It doesn't feel thick enough.
It doesn't, and also we got a lot of candles.
You know what we could do? We could get 2 of these and get some wood glue and glue them together so it's also taller. And I got my clamps so we can like clamp it down.
Yeah.
It would be a little sturdier. This wood is not cute. I would
Why is
want
it
to
green?
Stain it. Yeah.
That looks more right. Like.
Yeah, and then we can sand it and stain it, or just sand it to get rid of the yuckiness.
Is that the best one? Because it's
there's
kind of.
There's one more.
Oh, this one has a chunk. Who's biting the wood blocks? Our choices are.
I got hungry, I'm sorry. I would say, because these all have imperfections. They have dents from where they were strapped in. I would say this one maybe.
Yeah. Okay. This girl on her blog recommends these Forstner bits.
So let's go look at the tools.
Can we use this brand?
Yeah. They should be interchangeable.
We don't know the exact size of our candles, but I would guess.
I would guess 1 inch, and then if something's too small and it won't stand up, we'll get some of those glue sticky dots, and I think we'll be fine.
1 inch Forstner bit. For the kissing booth sign, I'm gonna make a new Cricut sticker decal for it. And now that we have our new and improved, organized craft room, let's see, do I wanna use my Cricut Maker or my Cricut Joy Extra? I think I'm gonna do, since it's a bigger size, I'm gonna go ahead and use my full-size Cricut Maker. Let me grab the plug for it and the mat.
So right now I'm mixing the paint. You have to mix the paint with water before you use it with the spray gun, just to thin it out a little bit. If it's too thick, it won't spray properly. If it's too thin though, you'll get really bad coverage. It'll be like opaque. Then you'll have to do so many more layers. So I'm trying to mix it to where it's like reasonably drizzly like that. It's still very liquidy, but it's almost closer to a syrup.
Refinishing the shelf for the kissing booth should be pretty easy. I'm hoping we can just quickly get this DIY out the way so that we can move on to the other DIYs that I'm not as confident about. Ugh. Which way are we going?
I don't know what we're doing.
Like this?
Sure. I'm gonna test this in an inconspicuous spot first.
You can spray it directly on the tarp.
I'm gonna spray this directly on the tarp first to make sure that everything's okay with the paint gun. There's a lot of green paint in here left over from when we were painting this originally, and I'm a little worried about that, but.
Yeah, I bet you it's gonna have to kind of. There it goes.
Cute.
I literally think that this is almost the exact color that we already had from the playroom.
It definitely is.
And this is, like, we could have just used this. We have so much left over.
Well, now we have more pink paint.
We have so much pink paint from the playroom, and we just went and bought another $30 can of pink
And
paint.
you also have pink paint from like previous projects from before my time.
Yeah, remind me to never buy pink paint ever again, because we have plenty. The coverage is good.
The coverage is really good.
I was scared this light color wasn't gonna cover up this dark color, but it looks like you might not even need 2 coats.
I would say 2 coats because
it's leaking again.
2 coats because just in case.
Yes, okay.
But
fine.
the 1 coat coverage is pretty impressive.
I'm very impressed with the 1 coat coverage of this Bear.
Shout out to Bear Dynasty paint.
Satin
Sponsor
enamel
us.
from Home Depot.
Yep.
I think we just. Why is it doing that? That should be pretty simple.
Assuming we don't have any issues with repainting it. I don't want all these dots in our paint.
Get the sponge.
Oh, damn it. I'm too old for this.
Oh yeah, it's pretty loud. So So for the little decal for our Kissing Booth custom lip bar, I'm taking inspo from like these actual Kissing Booth setups, which kind of have like this carnival vintage vibe. So I'm doing a similar font, and then I think I'm gonna add another thing at the bottom that says custom lip bar in a different font. Maybe a script, I don't know. So since the actual shelf thingy is a light pink, I'm doing a dark red for this decal. This is permanent adhesive vinyl just because this was the color I needed, but it'll be fine. It'll still be able to peel off at the end of the day when we do want to change it again. This is stuck in here. Please hold. Because we probably will use this shelf thing again and like revamp it again for like Ziya's birthday party coming up. So we're gonna get our use out of this shelf. So I'm not worried about being able to peel this off. I'm sure it'll be fine. Since this is the biggest Cricut mat, I'm basically making my decal about this big in total. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a piece of vinyl to cover it. So I have my decals cut. I'm gonna weed them. I did, no, don't be difficult. Different vinyls, like from different brands, sometimes need different blade pressure from the Cricut, and you kind of gotta learn it and calibrate it. And I didn't really calibrate this before I cut it. I mean, it'll be fine. It's just gonna be a little bit harder to weed. I actually do this right, like I never do. You're supposed to line up the grid. It's too hard though. Yeah, that's crooked, oh well. This is called burnishing, I think. Varnishing, garnishing, something like that. Ow! Burnish my finger. Just trying to get this centered and leveled as much as I can. I'm just like marking the midpoint of this thing-ish. I'm just gonna eyeball it.
I trust your eyeballs. Yeah. I honestly, that looks great. The grid being off is messing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, don't look at the grid, look at the words.
We put like, we hold like this against the words.
I also forgot to pre-treat my transfer tape.
Oh, so it's too sticky.
It's too sticky. Ah, good news is, I guess most people don't have my eyes, so they won't notice. Crooked. It's like this. My eyeball skills failed me a little bit, but I feel like it's good enough. I'm not gonna redo it. But I think it's cute. I like the fonts and stuff that I chose, and the color scheme is gonna be cute. And then we have the shelves, put our little ingredients. I think it's gonna be cute. So when I was initially putting together my Pinterest board for inspo for this party, I came across this really cute candle centerpiece thing, and I immediately thought to myself, we can make that. I'm calling it a candelabra. Get it? Candelabra, because it's literally just a big piece of wood. And I feel like this should be a pretty simple DIY. It's just barely, I think. It's a little.
But this is like, how much more space do you need?
It's a tiny bit long. It looks a little awkward. Because then it's like, you have a candle like right in your face. I do think it needs to be short. Do we have the facilities to shorten this?
We have the facilities to try and shorten it. If we wanted to do it like the right professional way, we'd get a table saw or a hefty circular saw.
What are your thoughts, Bougie? With the tools that we have, because I'm not buying a saw right now.
I think we can try. We can try. And I think if we do it and it's a little bit crooked, then we make it crooked on the other side and it's like rustic. No, we can like sand it to be even. Probably.
Okay, yeah, because I would like to take it down by
like 4 inches, 6 inches.
Pretty much to where the marks are on both sides. So then to just make one cut on one side, that would be like to here.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I say we use the jigsaw. I don't think it's gonna cut all the way through. It's just not gonna go deep enough, but it'll go most of the way. and then we can flip it over and do the other side.
It is beyond time for me to set up a proper work area in my garage for DIY projects like this. I really want to transform like one half of my garage to have like a proper work table and storage for all my tools. Y'all know I'm getting into my power tool era. I'm starting to do more and more large scale DIYs, and this little IKEA table that we're balancing things on is not gonna cut it anymore. I plan on doing this garage makeover workshop setup thing soon, but I just have not had time recently. Okay, so we're working with this full length. I wanted to see.
You have a pencil? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we need to mark how we're gonna put the candles and make sure we do enough holes and everything. So we have 31 candles, which is kind of a weird number, but basically it needs to be two rows, 15 and 16, one row, 15, one row of 16, and have them be like staggered, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like they have their window.
Yeah, so if we divide to make it like decently equal, it doesn't have to be so perfect, but so if it's about every 3.5 inches, if I start at the end and mark in 3.5, half, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.5.
I've never used one of these drill bits before. I've seen them been used, and I think that's all the experience I need to complete this project.
Okay. Do you want to elevate this?
Oh, can I, let me practice on this since it's actually like what I'm gonna be using.
Oh, yeah.
Could you like make some like pretend marks for me to follow?
Where'd the pencil go?
Is it up your butt and around the corner?
You know, Zoe, you're on thin ice. Like a pencil sharpener.
This would be perfect to keep for like kindling. I always see people talk about this, like, put this aside to use as kindling. And I'm like, oh,
and
of course.
when will we be using kindling?
Listen.
Wait.
I think it needs to be deeper.
Can it go deeper than that?
Probably.
That's about 1/2 inch deep, I would say. So let's see if that's like enough to hold the candle.
But here's what I'm thinking. Is we got these little wax dots, not wax dots, sticky dots that we got for your...
Double-sided adhesive circles.
To use the scientific term. That we got for your birthday. And I bet that'll be everything you need.
Making it deeper helps it not have so much topple over. Like it helps, but it still feels a little, you know?
Yeah.
And we don't want any...
I also think this is just kind of a big hole.
Yeah, it's a little too big, but that's why the girl said that she used 7/8, but they didn't have that size at the store.
Yeah.
So, but making it a little deeper will help. Ta-da! Got all the holes drilled in. I actually have trypophobia, which is like fear of holes. It makes me itchy and uncomfortable, so I'm actually kind of having trouble looking at this. But from me squinting at it to look at it, it looks good to me. Zoe drilled all the rest of the holes nice and smoothly, and then you also sanded it so it's smooth and got kind of those extra marks and nicks and stuff off. So, I mean, this looks good. This is clean. Could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I feel like the color of the wood is just a little bit off for my vibe. It doesn't really match my home decor or the vibe of the decor that we're doing for the party. So I think it would be nice if we stain it. You could stain it, you could paint it, it's all you could do, but I just so happen to have these 3 random wood stains that were sitting in my collection. So I feel like we should test these out and see if any of these would work. Learning from our mistakes with going out and buying pink paint that we already had, I feel like, you know, I need to do better about using what I already have. So since we have our little scrap chunk that we cut off, we can test the stain on there.
I've labeled our little piece of wood so we remember which stain is which. First up is Rolling Fog. Chapel Oak is next. This one is Low Stream.
I mean, I do think out of all of them,
I would get a nice, deep, rich brown. I think that would go with everything. I think it would be like really repurposable.
I mean, it's two ways. With this color scheme, I was thinking just match my furniture. So no matter the next time I use it, it's just matching the furniture that it's near. So that was one idea. Separate idea is pick a tone that goes with our red and the rest of the decor that's gonna be on the table, which to me, that's that super dark color. After I put it in place and put the candles in, I think it looks fine, unstained. That was my original plan, was to not stain it. Then I was like, oh, maybe we should stain it, but I didn't like any of the stain colors and I think it looks fine unstained. So we're just gonna leave it. I think my candelabra turned out super cute and I feel like it's gonna be the perfect statement centerpiece for the formal table setting that I have planned. Welcome to Raven and Zoe's lip gloss.
Lip gloss experiment.
I bought all of this stuff off Amazon based off of limited research. So I don't know if this is the best stuff, and that's why we're gonna test it out right now before I just have it at the party and it goes horribly wrong at the party. We have all of our ingredients to make DIY lip glosses, down to like the color, the flavor, glitter, all the things. Never done this before or really anything like it, so I don't have any experience.
I love mixing random stuff together.
That's also what I want to test out, is like figure out how strong it is, how many drops should we recommend, because I want to put instructions, like print out like an instructions little thing to put over there and be able to say like how many drops and stuff. So what I discovered, one recurring thing was this particular product from this particular brand. It's the gloss.
Taking care of business. Me base.
Versagel lip gloss base. To me, you can't see it inside of here, but it was just like a clear gel. A lot of people were using that as like their main ingredient. And then this website sells a lot of ingredients and stuff for lip glosses, and they actually have a tutorial on their website of how to use this. So that's kind of the main thing I'm going off of. It says to squeeze about 10 milliliters of this into a microwave safe bowl, heat it up for 10 seconds in the microwave, and then from there, you're adding in oils and colors and stuff. My thought though was, why do you have to heat it up?
You don't. I love
heating
not
it up-
following instructions. I like to just mix stuff.
The heating it up part is throwing off my vibes of how I want it cutely set up for the party. I don't want everybody to have to go to the microwave during the party. But maybe it's really thick, and that's why. Only way to know is to, oh yeah.
Oh!
How much is 10 milliliters? Should we get the scale?
This looks like the thickest lube I have ever seen. No, we should eyeball it.
I have no idea what those measurements mean.
Yeah, I think they're arbitrary.
I mean, like, I don't know what 10 milliliters looks like.
Me either. I think that looks like 10 milliliters.
Your turn.
Oh,
Okay, how about you try it not hot?
And you'll heat it up?
Yeah. So I'm gonna heat mine up for 10 seconds like they said.
Then I am not.
I feel like that didn't do anything. It's not like it made it any more runny or anything. It doesn't feel warm. Should I put it in for longer?
I mean, honestly, the consistency that it just is, I don't think is gonna be hard to mix.
Next, you are supposed to add your add-ins. So we have vitamin E oil for added moisturizing and anti-aging and radiance. We have coconut oil for, I forgot what, and jojoba oil.
Because it's all natural and hexane free.
So how much? I don't know.
Fun fact, my skin is super sensitive and I have a bad time with new lip products because they will trigger my eczema.
Well, this is all natural, handmade, so maybe.
Nope. Natural is worse.
What? It doesn't say how many drops. 2 to 6 drops of everything else. So I did 3 drops of vitamin E. So as an experiment, I'm gonna heat mine up. Actually heat it up because this isn't warm at all. I think warming it up helped a little bit. I don't want to warm it up too much, and we are adding more liquids with the flavors and stuff. So let's just see. What flavor? I'm gonna do raspberry. Oh, it's strong. I feel like I literally need like 1 tiny drop of this. Boop. And I read that you need to mix it really, really good for the flavor oils to really distribute it. Since it's so strong, you don't want it to be like just in one spot. What flavor did you do?
I chose cherry, and it smells like cherry cough syrup.
Oh, of course. Let me see.
I'm really interested in the colors. I'm nervous to use this because it looks kind of chunky.
I was trying to get the finest cosmetic glitter in it. That's what I found.
There's gotta be
You don't
finer.
have to put glitter in it.
No, but if I want the full Raven Elyse lip bar experience.
Ooh, they got black. You wanna go goth with it?
Goth lip gloss.
I'm gonna try and mix my own by using rose color and like, how would you neutralize it a little bit with orange?
You're the color expert.
I don't know. Let's try it. What color did you do?
I got cherry red for my cherry flavored lip gloss.
I bet if you put a whole bunch in there, it basically would make it a lip tint.
That sounds like a challenge.
I'm just saying. That's my guess, because it probably would dye or stain your lips. So the whole point is that you can customize your own unique colors and flavors by mixing and matching. So I'm adding a little bit of orange.
I added the red sunset. It just looks like slime.
It looks like lip gloss to me. I think this is working.
I think we've just never, like you said,
Like you don't normally interact with lip gloss in this way,
No.
so it's kind of gross, but I think in the tube it'll look right.
I like my color.
Why is mine the same color?
All right.
I need to make mine different.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing, but I feel like we're gonna end up with the same color again.
I'm gonna add purple.
Add brick red. I just have 3 different versions of red in here.
A little bit of purple.
Sorry, my fingers are slippery from all the lip gloss.
I don't like mine anymore.
Yep. Would you add purple?
Yeah.
That's pretty brazen. I like mine.
Mine turned a little yucky.
Oh, it's not that bad. You can always make a new one.
Now for glitter.
I'm gonna put a little bit of mine in a different cup and add some glitter and see how I like it before I ruin all of my very special lip gloss I just made, because the glitter scares me a little bit.
I'm gonna mix these 2 glitters.
I'm gonna try a little bit of the red and the white. Ooh, we should get a little mirror so we can test our lip glosses.
Oh, that's something we should put with the setup. Wow, this is fun.
That was so YouTuber.
Okay, I like mine now. Glitter fixes everything.
Yeah, I like the glitter on mine.
A little swatch, you're so professional.
Really pretty salt.
So here's mine, let's do a little swatch. Ooh, pretty. Trying to see if I want to add a flavor mixture to my raspberry. We have chocolate, coconut, pineapple, watermelon, banana, vanilla, maybe vanilla. Yours not being heated, I don't think made a difference, because now it looks the same.
That's what I was saying, like after it cools down, it's the same consistency.
So I don't think we need to do the heating step,
No.
which is better.
No crock pot of lip gloss.
Okay, now the thing we need to see is the syringe situation. Got this multi-pack of silver, black, and pink lip gloss things on Amazon. This part's not quick and easy, but
What do you mean? This is so quick and easy.
mine won't go down.
I literally get to make lip gloss at my job.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Still struggling a little bit. I feel like you made more than me.
It's kind of empty, I just can't get it in there. Then we have the little stopper piece that you just shove in there like this, I guess, which is what helps your applicator work correctly. I didn't fill mine up all the way because I got frustrated, but you get the idea. Lip gloss, try on. This color should look good with the lip liner I have on already. Bottles are cheap, so the applicator doesn't work very good.
How does it like feel?
It feels like lip gloss.
I think that's cute.
You made your own lip gloss.
Yeah, yours is cute.
It's just lip gloss. I don't know what I expected.
Lip gloss. Bye today.
We made it.
Raven and Zoe, Lip Gloss Incorporated. Okay, so it works. So what did we learn? We learned
Don't need to heat it up. That's
don't
a lie.
heat it up. Basically fill your cup halfway with the gooey stuff-ish. And then add,
As much as you want.
start with 1 to 2 drops of everything and go from there, I would say, is the
If we're giving
instructions.
formal instructions, yeah.
Start with 1 to 2 drops, add 1 to 2 drops of any oils you want.
See, we need to figure out the wordings. Is it 1 to 2 drops each, or is it 1 to 2 drops total?
I did each.
So we'll need to be clear in our instructions.
1 to 2 drops of each oil. Add 2 drops of each oil. Just do that. There's no options there. Add 2 drops of each oil.
Add up to 2 drops of each oil.
Start with 1 drop of each color and...
Each color?
Start with 1 drop.
I'm picking this apart.
Start with 1 drop of the color that you want. How do we say that? You can do whatever you want with the colors.
That's a future Zoe issue.
But yeah, for the flavoring, just do like 2 drops of flavor max.
Yeah.
Glitter, have at it. Other than that, I think it works. I think our recipe is good.
Yeah, it's lip gloss.
It works, it's doable, and it's fun. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun, Miss Raven.
Good. Okay, cool. So the lip gloss station is a go, but the other major aspect of this party that was kind of stressing me out was finding the right chef. I want good food, of course, but I also wanted good vibes. I wanted somebody with a personality that we could vibe with for the interactive aspect. I didn't just want a chef awkwardly, quietly in the corner of my kitchen cooking things and then being like, here's your food. I wanted it to be, you know, like part of the party. But while there might be a lot of chefs that offer like private in-home services, they might not necessarily be down for that kind of vibe. So I was worried that we were gonna have trouble finding someone. But luckily my girl Gabby said that she was down. So if you guys don't know, I met Gabrielle McVeigh back in college. I've just loved following her journey as a professional chef over the years, and I'm super excited to be reconnecting with her. She actually was the one who did my dessert table at my charity baby shower event, if you guys remember that years ago. And since then, she's been on Food Network, she's been featured in Forbes, New York Times, she's published her own cookbook, and so much more. Like, I'm saying, she's got real accolades, y'all. She immediately came to mind when I came up with this concept for this party, but I just wasn't sure if she was gonna be available, so I was super excited when she said that she was available and interested, and she immediately came up with this really fun idea of doing an all pink menu. Plus, she came up with a really cute idea for the interactive kind of cooking demo, cooking class aspect too. So knowing that I got her booked as the chef is making me even more excited for this party. I feel like it's gonna be just the perfect thing. She's the perfect fit. So it's literally like 9 p.m., but I just got word yesterday that Gabby is secured as our chef. So all systems go for the interactive cooking demo situation at the party. So I ordered these aprons from Amazon and they just came in. I think it's a pack of 10 and it was only like, I wanna say it was like 20 bucks for a pack of 10. Oh, and they're actually pretty nice. Just like simple dark red little aprons. They have like a little pocket on the front. Nothing crazy, just something simple that matches the color scheme. But of course, y'all know I want to do some cricketing. But I just feel like this would be cute to have everyone wearing these. We're gathered around doing our little cooking demo. So this is again one of those things where I want to make something that's cute for the party theme, but that my guests will take home and hopefully maybe actually use in their everyday life, and it won't just be like a little throwaway stupid thing collecting dust. So hopefully, you know, some of my friends who like to cook and maybe need an apron, they'll actually use this. So I just want to make them simple and cute. Like, I'm not gonna put like Galentine's 2024, like anything super specific to the Valentine's theme, because then I feel like that's what makes people like not actually reuse stuff like this. So I think I'm just gonna simply put everyone's name going across it in a cute font. Let's see. So using my name as the first example, I think like a fancy script font would be cute because I'm trying to do like the classy romantic theme for everything. So what if I do cursive fonts? Let me see, like a really swirly whirly like this. No, it can't be too thin either. Since I'm gonna be doing like an iron-on vinyl, I don't want anything so thin like this. It's just gonna be impossible to cut out and work with. It has to have like some thickness to it to make a good iron-on. This could work. I'm gonna save that. Let's see what else. Ooh, what if I make it say Chef Raven? Chef blank chef, like that would be cute, I think. Let me see. Chef Raven, is that cute? I think out of these 3 fonts, I like that one. And I feel like it looks cute if it says chef in front of everybody's name. Y'all know I love a good quick and simple Cricut project. All I had to do is pick a font, type up what I want to cut out, measure the space I'm working with. I want it to go across the chest here. So I have about 8 inches. 8 inches I think would be good, so that it's like right across here. So let me just resize my design. And then I've got some pink iron-on vinyl that I'm gonna use. Since the aprons are red, light pink. That's like the whole color scheme of the whole party, obviously. Cute. Okay, I got my iron-ons cut out, simple, and I'm just gonna iron them on. Hopefully this material that the aprons are made out of reacts well. That would be the only issue, but other than that, this is really, really simple. I feel like I always get comments like, oh my God, Raven, like you're the hostess with the mostest, like you're so creative, you're so thoughtful, you're always like going above and beyond. But I swear, like, especially when it comes to these Cricut projects, it's super easy and simple and really doesn't take much. Like it doesn't take much to seem like you really put a lot of thought and effort into it. It's super simple and easy. I mean, I know the Cricut Maker itself is an investment to buy the actual machine and get all the materials. Like it's not necessarily cheap, but once you make that initial investment, from there, I swear, like there's so much you can do with it and it's so easy once you learn the basics. I'm volunteering my apron first as tribute, just in case this fabric doesn't react well to heat or anything. So far, so good. Perfect. And I'm gonna be making a total of 8 of these, I believe. And start to finish, to make all 8 of them, is probably gonna take me less than 1 hour total. From design, cut, iron on, it's actually super quick and easy. But again, it's gonna make it seem like I'm really the hostess with the mostest, because not only am I providing aprons to the guests, because I thought of that, because they're gonna have their nice clothes on and I want them to be protected, but that little extra touch of A, making sure that the aprons go with the color scheme, but B, putting everybody's name on the apron, that's what levels up the experience, except it really doesn't take that much effort. That's the hack. That's the thing. You think about the details and you execute the details in a quick and simple way. At least with certain things. Can't say that for every single thing that I do. Certain things that I do take a lot of time and effort, but not everything. A lot of it's super doable. But I think this is super cute. Like if I got this from a party, I would take it home and I would use it. I would actually use it next time that I cook. So I'm feeling pretty good about the progress so far, but I still have some stuff on my shopping list, still have more DIYs to do, and there's still a few kinks to work out. So we'll see how this all turns out.